I don't know, man. It seems like most people like to just sit and argue one way or another about a vaccine, the vaccine. And as your planetary defense commander, I have been tracking the virus for like almost 2 years now, every single day. And I've said, hey, it's real. And every single country's had to deal with it in their own ways. And every way has been totally crazy and different. And after having to listen to a bunch of people in America bitch about Australian lockdowns, because like lockdowns didn't happen here during the Delta wave. Texas got crushed pretty hard, and parts of the South got hit pretty hard by the Delta wave. But we didn't have any lockdowns anywhere. And so Australia just released by, I heard, a bunch of Americans always talking about how unfair it is in Australian, this and that. But like yesterday, Putin just announced that Russia's not locking down, they're shutting down everything except for like the absolute essentials for like 8 days. I think it starts the 27th of October and goes to like November 7th. Because the virus is a major problem and they only have like 35% of the people vaccinated. And so it's like the Delta wave is spiking in the UK. And I remember when Jupiter went into Pisces and everything like felt better and it was like the virus was going away. Remember in the middle of May to like the end of July. And I said, hey, everybody. And then crypto got its butt kicked. And I said, hey, everybody. This is coming back when Jupiter retrogrades back into Aquarius. It's coming back. The virus is coming back. And then Bitcoin, crypto will skyrocket again. Then we get to Pisces in December. And so we get to, in my opinion, the much better energy. And I think there's a chance we may not be dealing with the virus anymore. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I think the shortest we're going to have to deal with the virus is 10 more weeks or 67 more days. At least is the major story. Or worst case scenario, like 2 years, 1.5 years. Okay. What was it trying to say here? Oh, but the fact that Jupiter has been a major player in the last 2 years. Last year, it had an opposition over Pluto 3 times. It went across Pluto, then backed up over Pluto, and then over Pluto again from Earth's perspective in a retrograde fashion. And this year, it had to do the same shit, except in the degrees of Aquarius. And so it is amazing to me that like Jupiter is going its 3rd time over the 22nd degree of Aquarius. And it initially went over it direct motion on the 25th of March to the 30th of March. And then like it went retrograded back and went over it from the 27th of September. And it's still in the 22nd degree the 3rd time going forward. And we'll be there till November 7th. So it's like kind of weird Groundhog Day, the most that we've had. It's kind of driving me nuts, the fact that we've been as a Sagittarian, I'm like, oh my God, get me out of Aquarius and into Pisces, please. I want to super healthily, smoothly bro down with Neptune again. Saturn and Jupiter love each other and are glad they're past Pluto, but man, they need time in their own, away from each other. Anyway, I'm just saying the next, 2 months probably going to be sucky energy, and the virus will still be kicking our asses across the planet in different ways. And the weather's going to be weird. And it's weird that like we've made it through. It's like 20 months of a plague. And, a lot of times people spent that doing what they did then, the same thing they did before, which is argue about politics. As your planetary defense commander, I'm like, holy crap, man. You got supply chains breaking down, people fighting everywhere. And we're coming up on America's Plutonian 1-year birthday, which is like February 20th, 2022. That would be our 1 year, like 1 Pluto orbit since we were founded. And a plutocracy is when the elite wealthy rule over the people. And so, that's totally what it feels like. And what's what I've been saying. It's like, You have billionaire class who probably have floating hotels in the sky and possibly like star chamber zappers to Mars. And then everybody else, what everybody else gets to do is just like argue about either politics or sex or sexuality or gender or superheroes or men and women or I don't know, man. And so it's like everybody's just been arguing all the time. And there has been no chill in anything for like 2 or 3 years. And so it's been my guesstimation that we may have some chill and good times again if we can get to the spring of 2022. And yeah, it might be a battle to get there. But this Asteroid Fight Club, you know what? And the weird thing that really changed, the two things that came in, remember they were like 2020, 2012, the Mayan calendar. Well, the main thing that showed up in 2012 was the whole digital currency. And it's weird because digital currency isn't really something new. It's not something tangible. It's not something you can, like, you can't go, it's not like a jetpack. You can't go strap it on and be like, I'm jetpacking around town. It just took like a version of regular currency and then a version of like a speculative asset and combined them. But it's not really that new. So it didn't really add anything new, even though it's super technological. Does that make any sense? Anyway, my whole point is, yeah, the weather's going to be weird over the next 10 days. And so this hurricane that keeps showing up on this map, that's shown up in a couple days now, multiple model runs. Does some weird, the hurricane like makes it, and then in this actual run, it hits Puerto Rico, or it goes through the Puerto Rico Gap. And then we're watching the major storms that are coming into the Pacific Northwest, and those storms are going to still be intense energy as they move over Canada and the United States and Mexico. You got another hurricane possibly coming up through Mexico. And so, yeah, it's going to be an intense 2 weeks weather-wise. Pretty dang sure whether or not this hurricane hits us. Look at this storm at the end. Look, you got a big storm coming to the northeast around Halloween. You got that major thing. Like today, you had tornadoes in Ohio and Pennsylvania, even though there were no yellow tornado, everybody watch out, severe weather on the maps. And so I think that is going to be the case over the next 2 weeks. And I'm here telling you now. Like they just put this on the board for today. We live in a crazy world, man. Hey, for this month, I'm averaging 4.1 miles a day walking. So that is like way better than any month this year and last year, the year before that. So that is good news. Also, thanks to Greg and to Asteroid Fight Club, I'm now within $403 of hitting my October goal. That is fantastic news. Miracles are possible. I'm super grateful. And yeah, it's looking like the 24th and 25th are going to be wild days, man. So, I'm here tracking it and all the things. And so, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if the United States of America averages anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 coronavirus deaths between now and the middle of December. But then, I don't know, man. I'm guessing it'll be better by the spring. Who knows? Oh, Oregon says it failed to report 550 coronavirus deaths between May and August due to a technical computer error. This will raise the state's death toll by 13%. New Zealand reports the new cases' biggest one-day increase on record. Remember, New Zealand went a long time without any freaking cases, man. I don't know, 2,000 deaths in a day, that's still a lot, man. That's like losing 2,000 Americans on top of what it would normally be. And then with everything so stressful, yeah, everybody's health. There are probably more heart attacks, more drug overdoses, more suicides. Like the last 2 years have in general been kind of like shittier than most, except for people who had crypto are like, nah, this is the greatest it's ever been in the world. Let's talk about supply chain shortages and sawdust. While sawdust is sometimes thought of as a worthless byproduct, it's actually quite useful to dairy farmers. That means disruptions in lumber or housing can end up impacting the price of milk. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of weird supply chain issues and fluctuations through the holidays. But like the spirit of Christmas. It's not about the cryptocurrency. Jesus, the reason for the season. All right. They just announced, I think, that President Joe Biden and Chinese leader Xi Jinping are going to have a virtual meeting, like a Zoom meeting. I don't know, will it be live? That's a new development. Check it out. It's a rare moon dog. Super rare moon dog. Yeah, one day this month, I walked like 22,000 steps, which is like 8.5 miles. So I feel physically healthier than I have in a while. That's good news. We have 1, 2, 3 new possible sunspot spots. And I always get happier and more upbeat, more optimistic when the sun is happier and more active. And it definitely seems like there are way more people talking on social media about arguing more like about sexuality. And there are a lot less people having sex than it used to be back before the pre-social media days. That might be a gross oversimplification. Well, if true, blame it on the Hunter Moon. Ding dong, Graceville, Minnesota. Beautiful. Did you see the moon? Yeah, the sky's been crazy and beautiful and wonderful. Yeah, man, it's our second winter. Gotta get geared up for it. Hey, look, guitar's behind Jon Snow. I thought the energy from like the 16th through about the 21st, 22nd was really, really, really intense. So I'm glad that it's not as intense. Yeah, I think Jupiter's totally ready to get out of Aquarius. The whole thing about, and then the retrograde motion and then back. So it's like this whole Groundhog Day period, we're kind of stuck in the same spot, but growing. It's the whole 3-act structure thingy. The Millennium Tower tilts a 1/4 inch in a week off of the key test. This is in San Francisco. And yeah, I'm still like freaked out. Still have PTSD from watching the building fall in July in Miami. Man, it has been, like I said, the last 2 years have just been like so super intense. If things ever do calm down, then, we have a lot to process, that like things have been moving so fast and so strange that we really haven't had a chance to even think about. You know what I'm saying? South Korea put up its first rocket. So yeah, they've been firing off rockets like crazy since Jupiter and Saturn entered Aquarius together. December 20th, 2020. Remember that? Yep. Yeah, man, it's volcano weather. Manam volcano in Papua New Guinea, series of huge ash clouds up to 15 kilometers. Volcanic Ash Advisory Center, Darwin, recorded a strong eruptive episode from the volcano on 20th of October. Powerful explosions sent ash columns to the sky, and then beyond or back down to Earth. See, like an angry cookie monster. So yeah, I'm a broken record. Stay cool. Make good decisions. And try and find something really awesome to celebrate about this holiday season. And hopefully we'll hang on to the spring and things will improve. I'm an optimist, remember. If I wasn't a core optimist, there's no way I would be your planetary defense commander. And aligned to orbit for the young planet V1298 Taube is by the EPA. Yeah, man. I don't know, and it's like you just got two sides. You got the left side and the right side fighting about climate change. And it's like nobody ever wants to admit how difficult it is working with oil corporations. They can be very stubborn and steady in their ways, and it's safe to say they are deeply entrenched in like everything. So, I don't know, man. Man, who knows? For all we know, Elon and Kanye, or Ye now, are taking small harems of women to Mars just to impress them and fly their little Martian submarines or whatever. Now that the conjunction is over, the Mars helicopter can attempt flight number 14. Ingenuity successfully performed a 50 RPM spin test this week. It will do a short hop no earlier than October 23rd. Oh yeah, and I think someone said, I can't afford a girlfriend if I have less than 2 Bitcoin. I was like, oh shit, that must be what my problem is. Oh, I did 4 loads of laundry today. That felt epic. Do I get a medal? I think I've done a good job as your planetary defense commander of the last 7.5 years. Pat Harvey. A watery mess from this geyser. Road Sage, LA, with how this happened in the area you want to avoid in the valley. You definitely want to avoid probably this street, whatever it is, and you definitely don't want to drive over that. Unless you're in like a James Bond submarine vehicle that flies. So yeah, the energy's going to be jacked like all week. It's going to be a crazy end to October, and then November's going to be even crazier. Some are saying that November is going to be the craziest month of the year. And hey, they could be wrong. Maybe it's even December. Only time will tell. Yeah, we got possible hurricane. It may go out to sea from Mexico, or may go up into Mexico. And you got this thing, which we are watching. And then we're looking for any earthquake and volcano surprises. So yeah, lots of places are still having a very hard time with the coronavirus. You know, it's like I said, it was going to be happening with Jupiter and Aquarius with Saturn. Is not a super fun party, bro. It is like crypto goes up and the virus goes up. But this shit will not last forever, even though it is feeling like it's going to last forever and be like this forever, because Jupiter has pretty much been retrograding over the same freaking area of Aquarius, you know, for parts of now since March. So just trying to explain to you the best way I can. You know, how Christmas and the planets in the sky are affecting us. But yeah, explosion of new COVID cases across Eastern Europe and the UK surged so high that Latvia is forced into lockdown. And it's making everybody testy and pissed off and in survival mode. And but man, I'm just like, was it like 10 more weeks, and then hopefully everything gets better, or a lot starts to improve. Jupiter and Pisces. We'll still be dealing with volcanoes and earthquakes and our shoddy 1980s, 1960s, 1940s infrastructure around the world. And then, you know, the plutocracy front running, whatever the frick the future is going to be. Yeah, exciting times. I hope I didn't say anything dumb. This is La Palma, and it's a fountain. So if you want some Lord of the Rings with your dystopia, here you go. But you know what? I'm nowhere near to Bitcoin, man. I'm still like $405 away. What was it? $403 away from my fundraiser goal for October. So technically, I guess I couldn't afford to romance. But I'm so crazy. I'm optimistic that, yeah, even in this crazy world, you know, finding someone is like the greatest thing that could possibly happen. You know, love. Love is still possible. You see the movie Open Range? Kevin Costner, Annette Bening. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Man, I watched the Ballad of Dewey Scruggs by the Coen brothers, made in 2018. That was great, but spooky, creepy, and the last one kind of confused me. Anyway, that was the spookiest thing I've seen this holiday season so far. Scorpio season starts the 23rd, just to let you know. Yeah, conga line of at least 4 atmospheric rivers set to deluge parts of California with up to 10 inches of rainfall. This is a 5 out of 5 atmospheric river event brought to us by Matthew Capucci. Yep. Like I said, I'm grateful to be your planetary defense commander and to bring you all this information from my perspective. Hopefully, my sense of humor will return. And y'all's as well. And so, like I've said, I think Bitcoin is definitely going down again in probably December 15th-ish. And been saying that since the start of the year. I called May, right? Anywho, there's a Binance flash crash where Bitcoin, which is now like 63,000, dropped all the way down to 8,200 on the Binance exchange. And I think a few others. Anyway, I don't remember the dollar crashing from like 94 cents to 12 cents, but saying things are crazy. It's as sturdy as digital. What does that even mean, man? You can't eat gold and you can't smoke Ethereum. But, you know, a lot of people have made a lot of money during the plague through crypto. So, I don't know. My main thing is defense so far and being cool. How am I doing? Tittle Press. Bitcoin price drops 87% in Crypto Flash on Binance. So like people get in and buy it during that, load up. Okie dokie. You know the energy has improved if I go live again. When was the last time I did that? Oh, but I don't want to get in trouble and I don't want to piss anybody off. Dust, entertainment, and photo evaporative winds. Oh yeah, buddy. I think sometimes some of my crushes still check back in like, I wonder what Thor's having to say these days. Laura Mock, totally unrelated. Check out the astronomy picture of the day. A comet and a crab via NASA. Yeah, we got possible decent comet coming in December, but they say good comets are harbingers of doom, so we don't need any more doom. Yeah, it has been a lot of Pluto and Saturn and Eris and some Mars energy lately, wouldn't you say? Very centers. And I got to stay optimistic. I got to go at an air show this year, thanks to Joe and the Asteroid Flight Club and H. And there's a chance I might get to go to Ren Fair at some point. You know, that'd be cool. I want to go to Ren Fair with a cool crew, though. Everybody be funny. Or have the ability to tell a decent joke in the right situation. You know what I'm talking about? All right, stay cool. I'm hanging out with you tonight, or have been. And, yeah, thanks again to Greg and Asteroid Fight Club and everybody out there. You guys are awesome. I'm only $403 away from hitting my goal for October. And I promise to bring you awesome information as best of my ability from my perspective. And I don't think we should ever fully agree on everything all the time. That would be weird. Okay. God bless everyone. Stay cool. Talk to y'all soon. Oh, yeah. And if you want to donate, you guys know how to do it. Right? Yeah, you do. Okay. Stay cool. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon.